Welcome to the Chef's Kitchen. I'm your host, Maria Valletta. Today we're at the beautiful PBS 39 Studios at the Steel Stacks in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Joining us is Chef Pierre Gignac of Ocean Restaurant in the Cape Arundel Inn, all the way from Kennebunkport, Maine.
That's right.
Thanks, Chef, for joining us, and I see that we're doing something with lobster today.
We're going to do a new take on the classical Lobster Thermidor, kind of reviving that old spirit.
Yeah, that's a very older, but famous dish. I feel like that has fallen out of favor. So it'll be nice to see what you do to bring it back.
Absolutely.
And make it current for today.
Absolutely. We're going to make a lighter sauce. Originally, there's a bechamel in there, so we're going to take the flour out of there and just lighten things up. So, lobsters from Maine.
So we've got live lobsters. Woo!
Beautiful crustacean. This guy was trying to get away actually out there, but let's use this guy right now. So, hard shell right now. And
how do you pick the freshest lobster when you?
Well, in Maine it's easy because they're sitting in the lobster tanks. They're fed by fresh seawater, so salt water, oxygen, all that. Most of the time, you need to know. You need to look. Well, is it moving? First of all,
okay.
It's usually one good sign.
You want one that's dancing in the tank.
Yeah, and of course you want to buy it from a market that supplies a lot of lobster. If you know a wholesaler or the freshest fish market in town, that's what I would recommend.
Okay.
For this method, we're gonna boil the lobsters. A lot of people steam them, but generally at home, boiling is the way to go. You need a big pot of water coming to the rolling boil.
There?
Right here, and I haven't put the salt yet, but you want to season enough so that it tastes.
Look at that.
It tastes like
Salt
seawater.
Water, yes.
Almost like cooking pasta. The Italians always say that too. So
you're basically putting the lobster back in the ocean.
You are, yeah. Well, over there, the lobster barns and all that will just collect the water from the ocean to boil their lobsters.
Oh, even better.
It's a beautiful thing, yeah. So don't be bashful on the salt. From the moment they go in, this is 1.25 pounds actually, so it's something I need to mention. Generally at home, we recommend 7 minutes for the first pound and 3 minutes for each additional pounds.
Okay.
1.25 pounds. But in this recipe, we're par boiling, because we're going to finish the cooking in the oven later. So let's put a couple of guys in there. And this is the most humane way of doing it.
That heat doesn't even bother your fingers. It's pretty amazing. So you can just cram them all in there, as long as they're covered.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't try to cram anymore. That's
okay.
Enough. Put the lid back on. Make sure that's always on high. From the moment they go in, I count to 5 minutes.
We'll be right back with more from the Chef's Kitchen. We now return to the Chef's Kitchen.
While this is cooking, I just thought I'd show you a quick demonstration on a French technique I learned a long time ago. And this is a sautéed lobster. It's not something you see very often in restaurants or even less at home. So I have a sauté pan here. And make sure to put that on high.
So we're going to saute this guy.
Yes, we're going to cut him live. This one is just a little tired.
Glad you're doing this.
Yeah, we're going to bleed him first. This is another sort of
I'm going to get over here and take
humane way of dealing with it. Right behind the eyes. I'll jab him like that. And you've got right over your can, right this.
Oh!
Blue blood. Let him drain out.
I've never seen this. This is a French technique, huh?
It is.
Okay. Well, you're French, right? So
I am.
You know exactly what you're doing. I trust you.
There you go. Remove the claws on this guy. They cook a little faster. You can leave the claws on, but I think this is easier for this technique. You go from there's like a mark right in the center of their thorax. There you go. So in a restaurant, we have to do this at the order, so you can imagine.
It takes time to prepare then.
It does. So right in here, the stomach is right here.
Okay.
This is what you want to remove.
Where's the tamale?
The tamale is the green part, the khaki part right now, and it turns this sort of bright green. after you cook it. This is in a raw state, obviously. So this is tamale. It's delicious. We're gonna take it out. Scrape it off. Put it in this bowl right here. I'll turn that into a custard.
Wow.
Add an egg yolk. A bit of salt. A bit of pepper.
Need a whisk?
I use my fingers for everything. It's the best tool. This is a quick recipe. I want to put this tamale right back into the crevices here.
Now he looks a little bit brighter with the egg yolk.
Yeah. I have some olive oil. The pan's been heating up.
How are our lobsters doing in the pot? Maybe we should check those. Are they ready yet, Chef?
That seems about 5 minutes, doesn't it? So I have a ice bath waiting for me. I need to shock these lobsters, get them out, cool them off as soon as possible.
Look at that bright red color.
I know. It's, you know, the only dye in their pigmentation that stays is the red. Onions. Doing a little mirepoix.
So I'm assuming that your specialty at the restaurant is seafood.
A lot of it is, yes.
But you also do fine cuts of meat.
We do. We have veal and lamb and duck and all that good stuff. Obviously, you got to please all the tourists that come by.
And you've been on the show before, right, Chef?
Years ago, I was, yeah. And we did, if I remember, it was a red sea bream, so.
You remember what you cooked.
I
That's
do.
Great.
It's amazing how we remember these things. That was eventful, you know. It was
So
not.
now you're coming back with a bang with the lobster.
I am.
But, I mean,
It's our
part of the
specialty right
reason
there.
that we're back on the show today is because your presence made an impact on all of our viewers and everyone. And we're really excited to have you back here in the Lehigh Valley because this is a new studio for us. So
It's wonderful,
you love
too.
it. Isn't
I
it
love
beautiful?
it. This is fantastic kitchen. Love the space. So, you need the bodies for the sauce. There it is. That's the tamale right
Yeah,
there. That's in the
you can
cooked
see it.
version.
yeah,
But
it's
I want-
definitely brighter green now.
Yeah, so look at this. It's not fully cooked, as you can tell. That's exactly how we want them.
Oh,
This is just, we want to get rid of it actually for the sauce because it might discolor it. And you have, there's a lot of meat in there as well. If you see a Mainer eating the lobster, they'll go through everything. There won't be much left.
I do that too. In fact, like I'll eat all the meat out of the legs,
it's
and
the
I
best
think it's
part,
fun.
isn't it? It's fun and it's sweet.
I can really destroy a
delicious.
lobster. Probably, I guess, Maine style.
Oh yeah. And everywhere. Let's see here. All right. There's one more.
So you're saving the
This-
tails.
Right.
Use that meat.
Yeah, we can reuse that meat, obviously. Final dish. So this is sautéed. Got the lobster carcasses, the onion, the garlic.
How's this guy doing?
He's doing good. Yeah, let's see how he looks. See, this guy's cooked. This is just a quick little thing you could do on the side if you don't feel like boiling your lobster, you
I
know?
could do this at home.
Look at that. This is basically cooked. If you have a larger lobster, you could probably set it in the oven and let it cook in there for a while.
So heavy cream?
Heavy cream, heaviest cream you can find. Higher in fat, better it is. This is about 40%. You know, it sounds worse than it is. Actually, if you use a better cream, you don't have to cook it down as long. So generally speaking, you end up using less. You want to simmer it for like 30 to 40 minutes.
Now do you mix it all together or you just leave it like that?
Just let it cook. You want to crush it down now and again.
Stay tuned for more of the Chef's Kitchen. we're back with more from the chef's kitchen.
This is the final result. This is what color becomes.
Wow.
Yeah, it cooks down for a while. The flavors, you smell that already?
Yes, I
It
can
just
smell
started cooking. And so you want to strain that once you're done. If you have a sturdy colander or a china cap, as they call it, you wanna make sure you crush all those shells and try to get every ounce of juice you can possibly get out of those.
So pour it through a chinois and
Smash
just
it down with a
yep.
spoon, I think is the best way to do it. So, lobster, again, this part you'd seen previously when I cooked the raw lobster. Right down the middle. There you go. That's, of course, what I recommend is having a little cookie sheet underneath your cutting board so the juices run off onto it. The stomach. In this case, you want to leave the tamale. That's one of the best part in there. There you go.
So we're cooking lobster 3 ways basically here.
Yeah, pretty much. So you get to see a lot of different techniques. Get this. Want to crack, remove this part of the, this is the ripper. You have the crusher and the ripper. They're tough little guys. So I put the little knuckle right back in that cavity. And I put the nice claw. This is how nicely this is cooked. It's not completely done. It's perfect. And now, like this. The heel of your knife. Don't go all the way through. You're going to cut that claw in half. Now sometimes there's cartilage left inside. You can feel it. You got to run your thumb in there.
Our sauce is boiling a bit
Yeah, we
here.
probably want to turn that off.
Okay.
If you do have cartilage stuck in there, some of these needle noses, you pull them right out. So that way you can leave the
Oh, that's how you get it out. I was wondering.
You get it out like that. That way it stays intact and it looks good. All right, we have artichokes. I'll show you how to carve one very quickly. So you know,
Yeah,
in
I'd love to see that.
case you're feeling very adventurous, you want to cut about, I'd say a little more than halfway to the top. Serrated knife works well as well. Take the bottom leaves out.
They're tough, right?
Yeah, the green stuff. I mean, unless you're boiling the whole artichoke, sucking up the meat off the leaves, which is a traditional way of having it. Go around kind of square it off like this, removing all those leaves. This is going to take you to the heart, the artichoke. This is called tourner.
The process.
The process tourner just means to
Tourner,
turn.
to turn.
Yeah, they do that with different vegetables as well. Getting all the green stuff, bitter. Can't too fibrous too. You can't chew it.
Yeah.
So we're going to clean that up a little bit. I love doing this. It's part of the art. Get the big ones up too here.
Wow.
I know, there's quite a bit of work. There's not a whole lot of yield either.
No, I'm just thinking that you're
So
getting rid of half the
Half the artichoke, yeah.
half the artichoke here.
And that's why you pay so much for those hearts. They oxidate very fast. It's like an apple or a potato. You want to submerge them in lemony water, a good amount of salt, and you want to boil them for like 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes until, you know, the knife goes like this. Take them out of the water, let them cool. And then I have a Parisian spoon right there. We're gonna take the choke out.
It's a good idea to use a melon baller for that.
Absolutely.
I mean, I never use this other than for melons, and now it's
Yeah, it's got tons of good use. So there you go. You've got your artichoke. I'll lay that on your lobster. These are wonderful little oyster mushroom from Maine, cultivated in Maine now. Our sauce. Pour some sauce.
Oh, that looks so good.
This is just for baking, so we're gonna moisten the meat, the mushrooms, artichokes, just like that. We've obviously preheated the oven. Recommend high heat. Sprinkle your Reggiano, Parmesan, and don't settle for anything else. Buy Italian when it comes to Parmesan.
Parmigiana.
Yes.
Which is this baby here, right?
It's that, yes, it is. Beautiful. So that goes right into the oven. 450. If you have convection, even better.
Yeah?
It takes no time.
For how long?
Depending on how, you know, if you've pre-cooked the lobsters, this is something you can actually prepare in the morning, keep a refrigerator until you're ready. anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
So you're mentioning the fresh oysters. You're going to show me how to shuck an oyster, right, Chef?
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever done that?
I've done it once. I can't say that I'm really good at it.
Well, it could be a dangerous thing
I
if
know.
you're not doing it right.
And you
so
need
you
a
might
towel.
Yeah, you definitely need a towel. You want to grab some oyster knives.
Yeah.
All right. Make sure you've got the oyster on the mat there, on the towel, so it doesn't slip.
So sandwich between the towel.
That's what I do.
The pointy part facing out.
Right. The tip of this oyster knife facing up.
Okay.
You see this, there's usually a little nook right there.
Yeah, I see this one right
So you
there.
want to go in like this, grab your oyster knife like this, and try the just kind of using leverage at first. Don't go in too deep. There you go. Just kind of
Pry them open.
Yeah, exactly. Pry them like that. And then you keep it flat because there's a lot of juice in there.
Okay.
You know, you want to run the knife along
way?
the top of the shell, nice and flat, horizontal,
Okay.
following the edge.
Got it.
Got it. You want to run your knife all the way
All
across.
the way. Oh, okay.
There you go. Now you feel the resistance. That's the muscle.
That's what I was
There you
missing.
go. And of course,
That's why it was holding on.
And obviously, you want to move it around, muscle underneath, on the other side, on the other part of the shell.
Just separate it.
Yeah, separate it so you can shoot it back.
We'll be right back with more from the chef's kitchen. We're back with more from the chef's kitchen. Should we check on the lobsters in the oven? How
Yeah,
are they
let's
doing?
look at those. Huh? Everything is sizzling. Everything seems to be cooked.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Right. I don't know if you've done supremes with grapefruit before. Little supremes or segments. Follow the inside. Remove all the white. It's bitter.
Get rid of all the pith.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Oh, that smells good. That's a
That's-
really juicy grapefruit.
I know, nice pink grapefruit. And then you have, I want to use a big knife, but there you go. You want to go in between the membranes.
Mm-hmm.
Get those out. Just like that. I love it with oysters. It's fresh.
I've never really, I don't know that I've had a champagne mignonette.
Yeah.
Grapefruit, I'm not so sure.
Right. Well, I'm gonna mix some champagne also with it. So small pieces. There you go. Small pieces. This is not a champagne, but this is a méthode champenoise, a sparkling from France. Crema. Drop of that. Had a bit of flavor and color. Mignonette also has ground pepper. So this is a fairly coarse.
We should plate the
Great.
lobsters too.
Yeah. And then we have some shallots.
You need shallots for
Cheese
mignonette.
shallots and a mignonette. And that's it. If you have a little spoon, you can scoop some of this mignonette on there. Also have the fresh tarragon, would be lovely in there too.
Oh yeah.
Mignonette, champagne, French tarragon. All right, let's plate this lobster we have here. If you hand me that beautiful white plate.
Okay.
So this could be served as an appetizer, half a lobster, or if you like a whole lobster for dinner, sounds great.
I'll take a whole lobster, please. S'il vous plaît.
Some fries with this, I think, would be a nice accompaniment. Any type of fried potatoes would be great.
Yeah, some roasted fingerlings.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And we can pour a bit more sauce on there. There you go.
That looks beautiful.
I have, let's clean up that edge. I have some little pea shoots, pea tendrils from Maine as well.
Do you grow them?
I don't. I don't have to. I have all these farmers around me just waiting to provide me with their wonderful vegetables. It's nice to have a little green on there.
That looks lovely.
Yeah.
Needed a
Delicious
touch
swell.
of green. You
Yeah.
could use parsley too, right?
Parsley is fine. Any type of fine herbs I think is lovely. You could do a little tarragon leaves. And if you have chervil and chives and parsley, any of that stuff fresh out of the garden is lovely.
Perfect. Because I cannot wait to dig into this lobster thermidor.
All right.
Is that lovely or what?
Mignonette. Voila. Wonderful.
I'm ready to dig in, Chef.
Are
I'm
you?
so excited.
I know you've been looking forward to this.
Well, all those lobsters you're cutting in front of me, I'm like, how can I just not I just wanted to grab a piece while you were making it. I can't even tell you. So
Wonderful.
please have a bite too.
Absolutely.
I'm not the only one eating.
Yeah. How is it? Looks good. Tiny little mushrooms.
So fantastic.
Oh, wonderful.
That sauce is just incredible. The paprika makes a difference too.
A little bit of smokiness. Wonderful. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I think it's going to go perfect with this muscadet serrement. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Miriam, for
Chef.
having me.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci
Look forward to seeing you again on the show.
Merci, à la prochaine.
For the viewer who is passionate about food and wine, the Chef's Kitchen provides tips and techniques from the country's most exclusive restaurants. Tune in next time to see one of the nation's top chefs such as George Perrier, Roberto Dana, Jose Garces, Michael Schlau, or Tony Clark as they share their culinary talents and unique creativity. Learn how to make the delectable dishes and hit creations they're serving in today's restaurants, or impress your family with a culinary twist on tonight's dinner. Check our website for listings in your area or today's recipe.